Hello everyone, I am Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we took a step into the 10,000 Delights, which is basically a brothel. We helped a succubus go through a bit of foreplay with her partner, don't ask, and we asked for some girls to be sent. We need to go pick them up in the upper city. Also, Shivara wants us to do something for her, which we should be able to do. And while we were here, two of our companions want to speak, so let's head back to the Nexus. Ah! The human half of Lan's face looks decidedly pale. Life's a funny thing, isn't it? You find yourself in a new city and suddenly you bump into an old acquaintance. He chuckles, but his expression is closer to a wince than a true smile. Succubus is here, an Illusionera. Wendwag spits on the floor, grinning strangely. You felt it too, Lan. The bloodthirst, the soft whispers calling you to give in to violence. Finally paying attention, are you? Lan looks puzzled. No, I don't hear any whispers and feel no bloodthirst. When do you see a healer? I think you're just insane. Lan and the Huntress glare at each other. How do you know he's an Illusionera? Lan offers a vague shrug without looking you in the eye. I feel it. You know, it's like a scent. You smell something unusual once in your life and remember it forever. That feeling I had in the cave when Succubus was turning the mongrels into beasts. It's back. Like some cloying, nasty stench that's clogging up my lungs. Like I fell into a latrine and can't swim. Yeah, excuse the analogy. Assuming Succubus is here, where should we look for him? Now that, I don't know. But this thing, it seems to grow weaker and stronger as we move around, so if you put me on the scent, I'll lead you to him like a hound. Alright, we'll find Succubus' lair together, Lan. The right thing to do would be to just raise this whole city to the ground, but one demon's lair will do to start with. Take me with you, mistress. I can feel him too, but my senses are more finely honed than Lan's. Succubus' poison runs in my veins. Never thought I'd say this, but that might not be such a bad idea. Will do so. But Arushale. Arushale's shoulders are stooped. Staring at the floor, she hands you a scented letter and whispers, "Take a look." The short letter is written in ornate gold lettering on pink paper. My darling venomous butterfly, welcome back home to our cozy little town. Would you like to visit an old friend? I can't wait for our reunion. Always yours, D. The one who sent me this letter. I hoped I would never hear from him again, but it was inevitable. He found out that I was in the city. Of course he did. And now, Desna, help me. The thought of seeing him again terrifies me. But this is simply part of my journey, isn't it? I can't just run away from the sins of my past. I have to at least try and make amends, and if I can't, then I must ask for forgiveness. Who is this D? Demalchio. Do you remember the shadow from my nightmares? That's him. I used to consider him my crowning achievement, but now I'm ashamed to remember him at all. He was an Azata once, a true hero, a knight and a poet, a defender of the weak, the pride of Elysium, and I corrupted him. I made him fall in love with me. I broke his heart, made him commit foul crimes I cannot even describe, and when he became indistinguishable from a demon, I left him in the abyss. And now he wants to see me again. I'm frightened and ashamed. It's hard to believe an Azata could be corrupted. You know better than anyone that Azatas are enamored with freedom, and their curiosity spurs them on toward new adventures. Slowly but steadily I lured him into further escapades, each one less innocent than before. He believed he could make me give up my evil ways, and I lied to him gleefully, giving him false hope. Sometimes I look at myself now and remember those days, and I want to die of shame. Venomous butterfly. I've heard those words before in your dream. That is what my nightmare calls me, my most horrific disgrace. There was a time when that name suited me perfectly. I've poisoned so many souls, I've ruined so many beautiful creatures, both mortal and not. Almost all of them are dead now, but this nightmare of mine is still alive, and that means there may still be hope of saving him. Are you going to accept the invitation? I don't want to. You have no idea how afraid I am. What will I say? How will I look him in the eye after everything I've done to him? But I feel I must do this. I must see him. I must tell him that a fall like his is not a death sentence, that there is a way back. And if he won't listen to me, I'll simply ask for his forgiveness. What can I do to help? Please. Arushale gasps as if she's deprived of air. Please, let's go there together. I must see him again face to face. I must try to save him from the abyss. I doubt it's possible. I know how much I've corrupted him, but I must try nevertheless. I must. And yet I can't do it on my own. I just... The succubus sobs and buries her face in her hands. Okay. So, we have two missions here. Savamelik's lair and Demalchio's mansion. Oh, we'll try to find them. For now, though, we have other things to do. Let's travel down to Illusionera first, normally. Okay, so we're here. Get on your mount. Thank you. Now then. We want to go to the Rotten Guttery, which is way up there. We can do that. Should be relatively easy. Head up to here. There's the Rotten Guttery. So they should be in here. Oh, and we're immediately fighting. Okay. Couple of sellswords. Wow, and they died very fast. A wounded soldier raises his arm with a plaintive shout. Don't kill me! I'll tell you everything! You finally have an opportunity to get a better look at your opponents. They're not demons, but visitors from other planes. Judging by their gear, they are experienced and highly paid mercenaries. Who are you? We're Torlek's crew. I mean, it's my crew. I'm Torlek. Here we're called the Rotten Guttery Gang. It's a dumb name, but it helps us blend in with the demon rabble here. Keeps anyone from prying into our business. We're mercenaries who came to the Abyss on a job, but when we realized what Illusionera was like, we couldn't bloody believe it. There's so much gold to be made here. Demons are loose cannons. You can't trust them with delicate or sensitive jobs. Even if they don't screw it up, they'll run their mouths about it. If someone needs a job done quickly, quietly, and without fail, they come to us. Our specialties are disappearances, setups, and abductions. You folks aren't from the Abyss, are you? Yeah, no demons in our crew. It's a matter of principle. They're strong, sure, but crazy and unpredictable. There were a few times we'd nearly finished a job neat and clean, and then everything went sideways because some horned freaks wanted to have some fun. Why did you attack me? Shavaru, the Lilitu from the 10,000 Delights, found us and paid us to take you out. She said she'd get you here and all we'd have to do is crack your skull open, but that bitch neglected to mention that you wouldn't go down easy. You've drank more than a few skulls yourself, I can tell. Of course, we could really use the gold right about now. Some scum broke into our lair and cleaned us out. We would never mess with you. Where are the succubi you captured? There are no succubi here. It was a trick. Shavaru's ruse to lure you here. We'd never kidnap those bitches. They'll screw your brains out, take all your money, and call it a weekend well spent. All succubi should be drowned, that's what I think. Get lost, I'm letting you go. Without wasting time on thanks, the wounded mercenary leaps to his feet and, with a cautious look at you, runs away. Well, we're gonna need to deal with Shavaru. Entomber. Oh, there's some decent loot here. Take this. Yeah, some decent loot here. What is Entomber? Whenever the... Oh, wow, this is actually long. Whenever the wielder of this +4 Warhammer successfully hits an enemy with a charge, the enemy must pass a fort or be trapped in stone until the end of the fight. While under this effect, the enemy becomes vulnerable to bludgeoning damage and slowed down. If it confirms a crit against an affected enemy, all enemies in a 30-foot area should pass the same check or be under the same effect. Okay, that's interestingly powerful. Right, if you don't mind, I could actually use some healing, please. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciated. Alright. So, that was a thing that happened. Kind of annoying. There is something else we're gonna need to do up here before we continue onwards. And speak with, Shavaro. And that is over in that area over on the side. Over here. That Thanatonic Titan rune we picked up.
I'm gone.
This is gonna be useful. Let me drop a save. So we dropped the thing into here.
Can we retreat already?
And we've got some demons attacking. A bunch of slaves. And we've got more showing up. There we go. Oh, and even more. Okay, everyone get away. Darren, no!
I thought you didn't want to lose me.
Darren? Okay. You're all fine now. That was a thing that just happened. Thanatonic Titan's Enhanced Rune.
Missed me already?
Yeah, that was the purpose of it. Definitely give yourself a heal. Mass heal is a thing you have. That would be good, but we don't need it right now. And one to Ivu. There we go. Now, you know what? Just for the sake of getting a little extra XP because we can, completing these checks does give us XP,
Thanks,
so
Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
may as well. Or it's not giving us, oh wait, I already did that
The
one.
mongrel did it.
Okay, made it up to there.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Made it up to here. To the Grim Mansion. I don't see Shavaro around here. Not Shavaro, Demalcio. Right, let's head this way, and we need to go speak with Shavaro. We need to convince her, we need to tell her, well, find out what the hell she was planning.
I welcome your company.
Alright, so, Shavaro... I've been to the Rotten Guttery. You hired assassins to kill me. The Lilitu delves into your memories and lets loose a howl of frustration. You piece of shit. Why couldn't you just quietly go there and die? You've caused nothing but trouble. Damn you for all the suffering you've caused Minago and me. Why did you try to set me up? The Lilitu's rage is like a stream of liquid fire burning through your mind. She tries to hurt you, but you manage to restrain her. You are Minago's enemy. My sweet Minago. Vile Galarian, you'll pay for standing in our way. So you and Minago are lovers? Demons do not know love. Certainly not the kind you have on your stupid Galarian. But Minago and I, we were closer than most demons ever get. We were bound by passion. At times, we irritated each other so much that we separated, but we were always drawn back to one another. We each became a drug to the other, and then you showed up and started hassling Minago. Tell me the story of you and Minago. The demon's rage fades. She speaks bitterly and sincerely, as if in confession. I always loved to sow chaos, whereas Minago wanted to rule over it. She once usurped me in my own scheme, snatched it right from under my nose, and reaped its fruits for herself. The gauntlet had been thrown. We spent long months trying to kill each other. We were both impressed by the other's passion, and we became addicted to it. No one has ever wanted to destroy me with such fervor. Once I tried to kill her in her bed as she slept. The fight somehow turned into sex, yet it was so much more than sex. In the morning, we both realized we were bound by our craving for each other. Of course, we do still try to kill each other. Minago can be insufferable, and I'm not much better. But if one of us ever succeeded, it would be a terrible blow to whoever survived. I know demons should not have such feelings, but there's nothing I can do about it. Lan looks at you, but quickly averts his gaze. Love is impossible to resist. No matter what you demons call it, passion, desire to destroy, you're lying to yourselves. If these were the darker feelings accepted by your kind, you would kill each other and be done with it. But you want to be together, no matter what the world thinks. That's love. Trust me. Could two demons truly fall in love, albeit in their own terrifying way? It's believed their hearts have no capacity for love, but you and I both know light is stronger than darkness, and it can shine even in the most impenetrable gloom. It sounds like a story about a serious illness. Very demonic. Is there anything in this world that hasn't been turned into a disease or a disaster? What about you, Prince Charming? Shivaro smiles ominously. What I see in you is a larva, the cocoon of a beast that will one day be claimed by one of the evil planes. Or do you think you're different from us, that you alone are capable of feeling something other than this thing you've just dismissed as an illness? I let Minago go. I don't know where she is now, but she needs your help. Shivaro's voice sounds baffled and distrustful, but holds a slight hint of hope. You let her go? But I thought Minago was dead. Why hasn't she come to me? Perhaps she didn't want me to see her at her most vulnerable. Or was she afraid she might draw Baphomet's wrath onto me after she failed at his task again? Oh, damn it! The Lility's voice sounds odd, as if she is about to burst into tears. I appreciate it. Minago needs my help, and I will find her no matter what. Thank you for giving me a chance to see her again, and ask for her I'm just so sorry for everything that happened between us. She chokes on the words of gratitude, words she is likely uttering for the first time in her long life, then turns on her heel and quickly leaves. Well then. Oh. Looks like Shivaro's throne stands empty, and we are supposed to choose a new leader. Oh, Camellia wants to talk too. I regret that we must ask our guests to leave the 10,000 Delights temporarily. Very soon our doors will be open to you once again. Okay, let's step outside and then back in. Should be simple. Alright, Herax. You are greeted by a succubus whose appearance is striking, to say the least. Her flawless skin, graceful figure, and aristocratic face would have made her a true beauty if not for the terrible fresh scars. A jagged scar runs across her cheek, cutting through her scarlet sensual lips and under her high cheekbone. Her left eye is a gray cataract surrounded by wounds from some caustic substance. The succubus's wings are tattered rags. Nevertheless, she behaves imperiously and with dignity, and those around her treat her with respect. The succubus sounds playful and relaxed. Welcome to the 10,000 Delights. My name is Herax, and I am the new madam here. Thanks to you. You rid us of that insolent upstart Shivaro, sending her after her haughty lover Minago, so you can consider me in your debt. Know that you will always be welcome here, and my gift will be proof of that. With a graceful movement, the demoness hands you a gold coin. With this, every arch will recognize you as my favored guest and teleport you here. If you wish to spend the night, have some fun, or restock your supplies, come to me. Don't waste your time on my little crooks. I'm looking for some company. What can you offer me? Each of my charges is a true master of their craft. Years of training in a range of arts, from oratory to the intricacies of sensual massage, have turned talented apprentices into true artists. No one on any plane can compete with them in the art of pleasing both body and soul. Perhaps you'd enjoy the spark of cheerful madness granted by the Fae, known as the Mad Glowworm. Her temple is mild, her laughter arouses both body and mind, and the feeling of lightness a night with her gives you more than compensates for the terrible hangover in the morning. Perhaps your heart trembles at the sight of the wild strength and bestial power embodied in our unbridled Rockhorn. Like every incubus, he is strong, fierce, and incomparable in bed. But be warned, at the peak of passion he does not hold back. Moravet honey-tongue didn't earn her nickname by giving speeches. Of course, she can entertain you with conversation if you so wish, but her tongue, sinuous and twisting like a snake's, will inject the venom of pleasure into your body. She knows no shame, she is a slave to her own lust and passion, and she is insatiable. So try to quench the flames of desire burning inside her. Every guest is the master of their own pleasure. Usually it starts with wine and conversation. After that they choose what they like, and all my charges have their own ways of entertaining guests.
Intimacy based on payment instead of sincere fondness makes a mockery of honorable feelings. It will degrade you, not to mention those unfortunate creatures, especially those who trade their bodies under duress.
Well, maybe you shouldn't. I mean, I thought... What I mean is that this place is kind of filthy, and generally... Throughout Herrick's speech, Daeron winces as if he has a toothache. If there is any truth to the theory that sinners' souls become the material from which new demons are born, then this demon was created from the souls of pulp novelists. Yeah, I didn't actually intend that. I want to know more about this place and its owner. You mean the former Madam of the 10,000 Delights, or the new one? The succubus winks with her one working eye. Who are you? To everyone else, I am the respected Madam of the 10,000 Delights, the protector and patron of this palace of pleasures, the strongest who lives here, the one who has earned the right to replace Shavaro on the throne. But you, honey, can just call me Herrex. The succubus's smile is both seductive and unsettling. You look awful. What happened to you? Herrex lightly waves it off. Oh, you mean my scars? A trifle. I'm a succubus. We are all beautiful and charming. We aren't bothered by the odd questions that haunt your kind. What if I'm not attractive? What happens once my beauty fades? This is why we're not as obsessed with our looks as you mortals. Have I ceased to be gorgeous because of a few scars? Flaunting her wounds, the succubus tilts back her head and laughs, a pleasant, arousing sound. I left these scars to serve as a reminder of how I got to where I am. As a reminder for others, that is. Now the smug scum will think twice before challenging my authority. What can you tell me about Shavaro and Minago? At first we thought those two would tear each other apart. Shavaro was in charge here for a long time, and no one bothered her because everyone knew who she was. Then Baphomet's minion Minago showed up. They fought. Oh, how they fought. Then they then started to conspire and plot against one another. They sent assassins, then they drew their enemies into a proxy war against each other. By the end, they were obsessed. They went from sworn enemies to partners and took over the 10,000 Delights. They started walking around hand in hand, cooing at each other. After that, they rarely tried to kill one another. Why is this place so named? Because the name distinguishes the way my palace differs from a common brothel or tavern. This is the sovereign territory of every imaginable pleasure and joy. Most of my domain is hidden from prying eyes. Behind every door is a corridor with other doors like this one. We stand in the center of a small labyrinth dedicated to hedonism. No matter your taste in alcohol, sexual gratification, topics of conversation, music, and drugs, you will find like-minded individuals here. Anyone who knows anything about pleasure flocks here, bringing their sophisticated tastes and proclivities. No more questions. You are so very curious. I love those who are curious. Anything for sale? Indeed, I have several items that were forgotten here by our clientele. Some of the forgotten items Herrex is selling are stained with blood, and two of the rings bear the characteristic scratches of being cut off of a dead body along with the fingers. Alright, well, we do have some loot we can sell, if nothing else. Quite a bit of loot, actually. I don't think I need the full plate plus 3, or, well, I'll hold on to those. Sell that, sell that, sell that, that, and that. And also that. And I don't need that. Oh wait, Belt of the Venerated Champion. Belt of Con +6 grants a +2 bonus on fort saving throws, and a +1 insight bonus to AC against evil creatures and effects. That's actually pretty good. Alright, you two are going down here with the other stuff. There we go. And anything good? Let's see. Deep Rip, +5 dagger. It and Soft Cut. Lands a hit with it after hitting the same target with Soft Cut. The enemy suffers an additional 2d6 strength modifier slashing damage. And if it's against a prone or paralyzed creature, it doubles. And Soft Cut deals 1 slashing damage instead of 1d4 piercing damage. But when dual wielded, it activates its addition. Okay, so Soft Cut basically does almost nothing, but preps up Deep Rip. The wearer of these braces is on constant protection from anyone who's getting too touchy. +4 bonus against touch attacks, but also a -4 penalty on their own touch attack rolls. And if an enemy gets within 5 feet, the enemy must make a will save or be pushed 5 feet away and be frightened. Clever. Wielder is constantly under the effect of Cloak of Dreams. Wait, the wielder? Surrounded by a sulfuric aroma that causes all living creatures within 5 feet to make a successful will save or fall asleep for a minute. Huh. Interesting. Rascal's Goggles. +10 competence bonus on perception and trickery spell checks. That's good. Elven Curved Blade. Lizard Tail. If the wearer is an animal companion, +3 morale bonus to AC and reflex saving throws, and a +8 circumstance bonus to AC for the first round. Interesting. Choker protects the wearer from losing their head and not only in bed. Once per day, whenever the enemy deals the wearer a killing blow, the choker restores them 50 hit points and makes all enemies in a 10-foot radius pass a will save or become prone. Okay. Scarlet Allure. Cloak of Resistance +3, +5 morale bonus on Persuasion. Confirm a crit, sneak attack, or attack of opportunity against the wearer. Make a will save or be devastated by hitting such beauty. And -2 penalty to attack, damage, and AC. Headband of Reshaping. Wisdom +6 increases its wearer's caster level by 1 when casting Transmutation. And then we've got Scribe and Potions. Immunity against blindness and gaze, and a dart. I think the Rascal's Goggles would be pretty good. I'm willing to buy that and give it to someone. Hang on, someone has... You have a When did you get a negative level? Alright, I'm gonna need to get rid of that. You... So if I give this to you... Oh, the Abrupt Onslaught. You can keep the Abrupt Onslaught. I'll give that to someone else. And you are going to go ahead and get rid of this. Thank you very much.
Is more bloody and performed with pinkies out.
And there we go. And with that, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. I do see another name, but we'll deal with that another time. But yeah, I'm going to end this episode here. Next episode, we need to see what Camellia wants to talk about. That could be interesting. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Cheslick44. I'll say Nanny's Fly. That is me, Regil, Woljif, Darren, Lan, and Nenio. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous, and I shall see you all next time.